Hello and welcome to the Pep Talk Podcast, the first of what I hope are many podcasts designed to give you a little get up and go into your daily grind. I'm your host, Rett Nelson, and don't forget I'm also on SoundCloud as well, soundcloud.com/batjack. I've been thinking a lot lately about success, which is appropriate considering that we're a few weeks into a new year. But what fascinates me about successful people is just what makes them successful. What are their daily habits? What's their daily routine? What is their mindset that allows them to be successful? Contrast that with the fact that so many of us do not feel successful. We set New Year's resolutions, we set goals, all designed to help us become more successful, and then we fail. Why do we fail? Why do we not achieve success in our life? I believe the key to finding success is in identifying our personal life mission. And I want to talk more about that in just a second. But first, speaking of the new year, at a time when we're setting goals for improvement, it makes it difficult because this time of year is also kind of gloomy, depressing even. I mean, the holidays are over, our families have all gone home, we got bills to pay, there's not much to look forward to for the next little while, and so it can be hard to be positive and upbeat at this time of year. Got a great new podcast for you to check out. It's called Everyday Life, and it gives you tips on everyday issues. And this past week, I had a great conversation with Cindy Tevens, the author of a new book called The Happiness Lie, and she talks about a big lie that exists that many fall prey to, unfortunately, that keeps many of us from achieving the happiness that we're after, especially at this time of year. And then she gives some great tips on things you can do daily to boost your mood and overcome the winter blues. So again, it's called Everyday Life. You can check that out right now, absolutely free, at soundcloud.com/batjack. So what is your personal life mission? I want you to think about that for a minute. And while you're thinking, I got a story I want to tell you about a man by the name of William Henry Patton, an aspiring actor in the 20th century. Now, William Henry Patton was not exactly someone you'd think of as an actor. Tall, gangly, sunken-in cheeks, deep-set eyes, not leading man material, let's just say. One day, he was walking around a Hollywood studio and he bumped into a man by the name of James Whale, a Hollywood director who at the time was in the initial stages of a movie called Frankenstein, and he was still casting for the role of Frankenstein. Well, he took one look at William Henry Patton and he said, "You will be perfect as my monster in this new movie I'm making." And little did William Henry Patton know at the time how much of an impact that would have on his career, which I'll explain more in just a sec. But years later, William Henry Patton was talking to a man by the name of Christopher Lee, another noted actor of the 20th century. And he gave Christopher Lee one of the most relevant pieces of advice that I've ever heard that is relevant to any profession, not just acting. Listen to this. He told Christopher Lee, he said, "Find something others can't or won't do. And if you can make an impact doing that, you'll never be forgotten." Phenomenal. And William Henry Patton is the embodiment of that statement. Statement made by the would-be-forgotten William Henry Patton and the never-to-be-forgotten Boris Karloff, as he came to be known. So, what is your personal life mission? Well, if you don't know the answer to that question, first identify your passion. For your passion will lead you right into your purpose. And on that note, here's to a happy and successful 2014.